Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a really good weekend. We are only a few days away from Peoria Regionals. I am so excited. Lost Origin is finally legal. We're going to be down there with a vending booth. Everything kicks off this upcoming Friday with tournament play actually starting on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be so much fun. I hope to see so many of you there. But today we're going to kind of continue on a little bit of what we talked about last week. We talked a little bit about organic growth in the Pokemon TCG, organic growth in this market, and trying to get a better understanding of what's going on. I told you guys we're going to spend some time going over alternate arts, and we're going to look at the best-selling alternate arts right now, not secret rares. We're not going to focus on those VMAX cards. We know Umbreon VMAX is selling for like $500. We know, because we just covered Fusion Strike, Gengar and Espeon have shot up in price. But is this FOMO? And I really want to know what you guys think. So leave a comment down below for sure. Let me know what you think. Is this FOMO? Are people afraid of missing out on some of these alternate arts that they're driving up this price point out of fear that it's going to get to the point where Umbreon VMAX is? Or is this natural organic growth? Or is this just a bunch of resellers kind of buying out the market so that way they can go around and flip them at a higher price point? I'm curious to know what you guys think. But we're going to look over the alternate arts, the best selling alternate arts. We're going to cover the best selling ones today. Then we're going to come back on Thursday and cover the worst selling ones, the ones that are not moving that well. And we're going to start out with number 13 here. That is Empoleon V. As you can see, we're going over the past year of data here, and it just shoots up right at the end here. Right in August to September, it has been moving like absolute mad. We were at $21.19 for a low price. That was actually at the beginning of July where it hit its 1 year low. And now it's at its 1 year high at $39.93. It's almost jumped up double what it was a month ago. And that $39.93 is actually going to change. It's going to go up even higher because the lowest listed when I was looking was about $50. So this is crazy how much this has gained just over the past couple months. So again, is this FOMO or is this organic growth? It looks to me like a lot of fear going on that people are missing out. This is a gorgeous card. A gorgeous card. It was relatively cheap, but I think a lot of people are like, what is going on with some of these alternate arts? Next, we're going to look at Tyranitar V. This one dipped down to $64.12 at the beginning of summer, so April of 2022, before kind of shooting back up. So seeing that giant leap like what we just saw with Empoleon, that happened in April of 2022. Now it's kind of leveled off a little bit, sitting at $73.07, not too far off of its 1 year high, which it hit in October of 2021 of $77.34. Number 11 best-selling alternate art is Glaceon V. There's quite a few evolving skies in here, and it's very interesting to see how the market kind of levels out with some of these alternate art V cards. Not the VMAX, not the secret rares, but these alternate art V cards. A lot of them have dipped from evolving skies. Starting with this Glaceon V, you can see dropped down to a 1 year low in July of $47.89. Now it's gained a little bit of that back, sitting at $51.01 currently, but still way off of its 1 year high of $71.19, which it hit back in October of 2021. Then we've got the Origin Form Dialga V, just a really cool looking card from Astro Radiance. We're only looking at 3 months of data for this one because that's all we have. Astro Radiance just came out a few months ago now. Its low point, $47.53. It actually hit in the beginning of August, but it's kind of leveled out since then. So it's spent the last month and a half or so staying fairly consistent, sitting at $49.39 currently, but well off of its 3 month high of $61.03. We had a situation where Astro Radiance, a lot of those alternate arts got bought out right at the beginning, right at the get-go, where we saw cards like Machamp and this Dialga and Lilligant and other cards just kind of Beedrill shoot up in price. It was absolutely crazy. Then we've got the Leafeon V from Evolving Skies. This one did hit $49.79. It actually hit its 1 year low in January of 2022 before spiking back up a little bit. Then we saw that reprint in July, shot back down where it was closer to that $52 mark, somewhere around there. Now it's jumped back up a little bit. It's sitting at $55.87 currently, but still well off of its 1 year high of $70.02, which it hit back in October of 2021, right around the time where we got that second wave of Evolving Skies. Then we look at the Dragonite V. This one's been very interesting because we've seen slow, organic, steady growth from this Dragonite V. It started out really expensive. It hit $95.23 not too long after the set came out, then fell like a rock down to $65.95 in February of 2022 before starting to gain back some momentum, growing back up. It hit about $85, $86 there in April before coming back down a real little bit. Now it's sitting at $83.99, but it's been consistently between $80 and $85 over the past 6 months or so. So definitely one of the more consistent performers of Evolving Skies. Then we've got Arceus V from Brilliant Stars. This is coming in at number 7, the number 7 best-selling alternate art. You can see at one point in time, we're only looking at 6 months of data from Brilliant Stars because that's all we have. That's how long the set's been out. $62.14 is where it was in April. We're not too long after the set released. Then it dropped down. $39 is actually where it hit. Not too bad of a price for this gorgeous looking alternate art at the beginning of September. It's come back a little bit, sitting at $42.37, still much closer to its 6-month low than its 6-month high. Then we've got the Origin form Palkia V. We saw a huge lift in this one at the beginning of August, right before Worlds hit. It went from all the way down to about $48, all the way back up to its 3-month high, I should say, right around $54. $53.48 is its 3-month high. It did drop all the way down to $46.15 in the middle of September, so a couple weeks ago, before kind of shooting back up a little bit. It's sitting at $47.08 currently. At number 5, we have the alternate art Rayquaza V. I absolutely love this card. I have not pulled, this is one I'm missing still from my master set, but you can see at one point in time it was sitting at $107.60. That was about a year ago. That's its 1-year high. It dropped like a rock all the way down to the mid-70s, so right around $75 in January, and it stayed right around that mark. We saw it go up a little bit, closer to that $80 mark before coming back down. Now it's sitting at $74.04, right around its 1-year low of $71.87. Then we've got the Machamp, which has been a very interesting card from Astro Ratings. This is the number 4 best-selling alternate art. 117.74 was its high point, which it hit in the end of July, beginning of August, before dropping back down. A lot of people thought, okay, this is it. It's going to drop back below $100, and it's kind of come back, sitting at $109.86. Still closer, well, right in between its 3-month high and 3-month low. Then we've got the number 3 best-selling alternate art is the Umbreon V. This has been a very interesting one to watch as well, because it's just gone up and down and up and down. Actually, it hit its 1-year low in January of 2022. It dropped all the way down to $77.12 before jumping back up. It hit its 1-year high in May of 2022, which was $94.58, then dropped back down. You see the impact of that reprint at the end of July there. Hit $77.12 before coming back a little bit. Now it's going back down in the other direction, sitting at $81.86. The number 2 best-selling alternate art is going to surprise a few people. I think this is the Mewtwo V from the Pokemon Go set, and this one has dropped like absolute crazy. I took its 3-month high as the $72.27 because I didn't really count the 1 or 2 that it sold at that $180 mark before the set actually came out, but it did sell a few of them around that $70 mark right after the set came out at the beginning of July, and you can see it's just consistently gone downhill since then. $35.42 is where it's currently sitting. Not quite its 3-month low of $34.18, but much closer to its 3-month low. It wouldn't be surprising if that card dropped a little bit more yet. You might see it around that $25 mark before things are all said and done. And then we've got the number 1 alternate art. This is the Charizard V. I'm sure a lot of you could have picked that already. A little bit interesting to see it go up and down a little bit. It was over $200 at one point, $206.84, not too long after the set release, and then really took a nosedive all the way into the end of July, where it hit $161.21, and then kind of shot back up a little bit before going down, and now it's trending back upward, sitting at $186.91. Currently, right in between its 6-month high and 6-month low. So it'll be interesting to see how this continues, especially with Brilliant Stars booster boxes getting a little bit more expensive. No plans for a major reprint that have been announced as of yet, so a little bit more difficult to pull, but there's still a lot of Brilliant Stars packs that are out there in collection boxes and things like that. So I am very curious to get your thoughts and your opinions on what's going on with some of these alternate arts that have really shot up in price. We're going to look at the lesser of the popular alternate arts in just a couple days, but please let me know in the comment section down below what you think is going on. If you could do me a favor and leave a like, it goes a really long way for the algorithm, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. Thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace.